Can't see it yet now. I got a haircut. Here's a random thought. If you are ever on death row and the warden asks you what you want your last meal to be, you should say chili, just to get back at them, because let's be honest, that's the worst last meal to order. How'd you like to be the guy who has to clean that up? Spicy. Let's think of all of the worst situations to be stuck in where you have to take a shit. Probably the number one worst is when you're in line in the bathroom, but somebody else is taking a shit. Like there's people lined up, it's just shit hour. Usually happens right after happy hour. The dentist. Just think about it. You can't just stand up and go take a shit. They're doing stuff in there. You got wires all over the place. I don't know about you guys, but my dentist appointments get violent, aggressive. I often end up, taking a few hits and giving them back. How about an airplane? 20,000 feet above the earth, just soaring along, and you just need to drop a deuce. But you know what? No, because there's turbulence. The baby behind you is screaming, crying, and kicking your chair. So shit on the baby. Did I just say that? Let's kind of go through the origins of shitting. Who was the first person to shit their loincloth, I guess, like a caveman? How would you like to be the first one? Everybody just trying to figure out what that smell is. Let's be very honest. There are two places in this world that women universally do not want to make eye contact with you if they are coming out of said places. One, public bathroom. Don't be creepy about it, but stand outside a public woman's bathroom somewhere and just watch as they walk by people and give one of the, I'm gonna look away, or, oh, there's something over there on the blank wall that's attracting your attention. Yeah. I won't judge you, dude. I take shits at work. We all do it.
Yo, let me get this straight, homie. You telling me that by unbuttoning my shirt one more button, bitches be going crazy? Dude, chicks dig it. Ooh, shit. What's up? Bro, it's not working. It's not I'm not doing it, man. Dude, why are you flipping out? I'm not doing it.
My head is a light bulb right now. There's way too many females putting pictures of cats on Facebook. My news feed has 3 pictures of cats in a row. At least put some dogs in there. There it is again. Oh dear. This person has more pictures of cats than they do live people on their Facebook. I just put a pizza in. We've got 15 minutes. Let me forget. Oh, there's a surprise. He's not wearing pants. I think I may have forgotten about the pizza. Oh, damn it. That's not even a fucking pizza anymore. That's bullshit. Let's find pizza delivery in Minneapolis. Yes, that was the last pizza I had in my freezer. We're going to play a game. I have to think of a situation and then come up with 3 things that I need in that situation and why. First situation, you're walking your dog and a man comes up with his gun, pulls his gun on your dog. 1, a bottle of beer. 2, a knife. 3, a sparkler. Why? 1, the bottle of beer. 2, the knife to open the bottle of beer, then drink the beer, then smash it over the assailant's head. And 3, sparklers are for celebrations, man. You just saved your dog's life. Hey, this is what Thanksgiving is about.
Aprons and whatever that is.
Strange man in the background telling stories.
That is a very curious question for such a...
Here at the Grunges household on Thanksgiving, we're all about starting forest fires. So this pile behind me, all of this has to be burned. Let's get to work. See that flame right there? Thing's gonna spread like gonorrhea in the middle of summer. Yes! I love fire. Here's our contingency plan.
Oh yeah, that'll do a lot.
Update. Fire actually spread to the tree behind the fire, so we're in containment procedure now. Just finishing up the fire here and found a little piece of homemade glory wood. Oh. Right, weekly suggestion. This week it's Moon with Sam Rockwell. Sci-fi. Pretty much all takes place on the moon. freaking crazy. There's a mind-bending twist in it. It takes your thoughts and it makes mashed potatoes. Bam! Those tires are not flat. So week 2 has been pretty successful. Got my hair cut, fixed my bike, Turkey Day was good, started a small Inferno, so now it's on to the Chapter 2 readings of the Epic of Jim John. Chapter 2 is called The Watchmaker. Jim John awoke face first on the bathroom floor of his hotel room in London. He looks to his left and sees pills and empty bottles. He looks to his right and sees heroin needles and an unconscious orangutan. Jim strains his body as he struggles to quietly exit without waking the orangutan. He was hungover, and then some. As Jim reaches for the doorknob, his foot knocks an empty bottle over. He freezes, hearing a scuffle from behind. Jim quickly turns to the side of the orangutan. At this point, the orangutan had already closed the gap and was several feet above Jim, leaping for his face. The orangutan lands on Jim's shoulders and grabs his ears, pulling upward with much force. Jim screamed in pain but was swiftly interrupted by a mouthful of orangutan foot. As Jim grabbed the foot out of his mouth, the orangutan swung around Jim's arm, roundhouse kicking Jim to the floor. Jim glanced upwards and the orangutan leaped to deliver the finishing blow. Just before the deranged monkey struck, Jim grabbed a nearby heroin needle and plunged it into its throat. Jim had won. The orangutan was dead. He slowly stumbled into the hotel room to find the remnants of the previous night's festivities. Jim had been promoted to McDonald's corporate. He was in London to celebrate with his coworkers. This had been his party. Jim walked to the local cafe and ordered a cup of coffee. He took his cup to the street and sipped. Suddenly, he could hear sirens coming from both directions. The police were gunning for Jim John for the murder of a local zoo hero, Mump, an orangutan. He sprinted into a nearby alley and sipped his coffee as quickly as he could, but it sucked, because he just bought it. It was hot as hell. Jim heard sounds from above. They came from an old man leaning out the top of a giant watchtower. The old man motioned for Jim to come up. Jim took the opportunity and ran for the clock tower. He scaled the stairs so quickly the policemen lost track of him. When he reached the top, Jim knocked on the entrance of the inner clockwork of the tower. The old man from before opened the door slowly. Jim walked into the room and saw watches and clocks and Godfather clocks and those really old shitty timers that never worked and would ring super loud 5 minutes after your pizza had already been burnt. Every inch of space was covered with clocks, except for a small bed and workbench littered with watch parts. This was the watchmaker, and he had saved Jim.